Uh-oh. We are.
We're live? Are we live?
I think we're live.
Can you guys see us? Lady J?
I think we're alive.
Are we alive? What is this? Is this our... Y'all let us know if like you can hear us and everything. We'll wait to start. We'll get some thumbs up from Lady J first, and then we'll start if everything's cool.
All right.
I can see and hear you. Perfect. Thank you, Grady.
Right on. Awesome.
All right. So diesel fuel, man. So yeah, I guess here in about 30 minutes, we're going to be premiering the video for Diesel Fuel, which is a song that I guess we wrote about, 2.5 years ago, something like that.
Yeah, it's been on the laptop for a long time. We got this folder of songs, like 50 or 60 songs, and we were just going through them one day, and we were like, these are way too good to just not show anybody. So we decided to release them.
So what we're going to be doing is we have about 10 songs that we're going to release on an album, but we're kind of doing them one song at a time. So we're going to do like one song per month. And we're, just to try to keep the momentum, keep the excitement going. So we're going to try to do a video with each song. But yeah, so with Diesel Fuel, I remember, let's see. We did that one at there was a studio called Steakhouse Studios in North Hollywood with our producer engineer, Chris Collier, who just mixed the new Whitesnake record. He got to remix like all the old Whitesnake stuff, like Here I Go Again, all the classics. He works with Korn, Lynch Mob, a bunch of awesome bands. So he absolutely kills the production. And this studio that we record in they have this, this super old Neve console, which for the audio nerds out there, there was not a lot of them made. So there's a very warm, kind of unique sound with the Neve. And James got to track the drums at Steakhouse through that console, and it just sounds amazing. So you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. So one thing about this whole album in particular, in this song, is that we didn't want to half-ass anything. We had a very clear vision for how we wanted the drums to sound, how we wanted the guitar to sound, and we could have done it, at home. We've got some friends that are producers, and we've got some studios around here, but we wanted that Steakhouse Studios sound. That room, that drum room is just, there's a certain sound you get from that drum room that you can't get anywhere else in the world. Something about the acoustics in there and that board and having Chris in there mixing it. We just had to have that drum sound. So I remember I literally bought a plane ticket and then flew there the next day. And I was only in town for like less than 48 hours.
Yeah.
Literally just flew there just to record the drums and then flew back home. That's how much of a stickler I was for recording drums there.
Yeah.
And I remember it's kind of a funny story. We were on the way to the studio, and the song was originally like 4 minutes longer.
Yeah. So the way we like to do it is I got Logic on my computer, so we'll get in there and we always like to demo everything out before going to the studio, just so kind of we know what the hell we're doing, I guess, before we get in there. And so on the original demo, I had just put like this 2 or 3 minute jam section in the middle, and I had known that this might be a little too long, but I'm just gonna leave it for now on the demo, just because I don't know, we're just shredding and we're just gonna keep going, and why not? So, but we went over to our producer's house, and he was like, "Holy shit, this section's really long." So he kind of fine tuned it, cut down some stuff. James, I know he would tell him like, "Nah, play some crazy shit here, man." Just, yeah, he was.
He really pushed me in there. Every time I leave the studio with that guy, I feel like a way better drummer because I'll play something. He's like, "Oh no, that's boring. Like, push yourself, think outside the box." And then I just come up with stuff that I wouldn't have come up with on my own. So,
yep.
Thank you, Chris.
And something else about this song too is it went through a lot of different versions too. This is, I think, one of the only songs that we have kind of changed back and forth like at least 4 or 5 times. Like, it was going to be a certain way, and then we changed the structure like a bunch of times, and then finally got something that I just remember thinking like, I want something that I feel inspired. I want to write parts and feel inspired, So I remember being in our It was my studio apartment in Hollywood at the time, and I was just searching for just inspiration parts that I was, I guess, attracted to at the time. And we kind of set it up to where there was this big intro. You had it's kind of slow moving at first, and then there's a break, and then all of a sudden it just kind of gets crazy, and that's kind of the way we ended up doing it. But yeah.
It's funny how you came up with the intro riff on an acoustic guitar sitting on the couch.
Yeah, that's a funny story too. So for anyone that's wondering, like, why diesel fuel, is that just supposed to mean like, diesel, like truck engine or whatever? And it's kind of like a, play on words. So it can be that, because diesel fuel makes you think of like, muscle or like big trucks or metal or whatever, you know what I mean? So, but that's actually the name came from, there's a place. Yeah. So Grady knows right there. There's a place in Pensacola called Flounders, and they have a drink called diesel fuel, and it's basically like, it's like a Long Island iced tea. So they just take like all the liquor bottles in the whole bar and they just dump them all in there. And they give it to you in this like big old jar. And needless to say, you only need like half of one to like fall on the floor.
Yeah. We've had many fun nights with those.
Yeah. So, so the story is, actually I had an acoustic guitar and I just wrote the riff. We had just moved into a new apartment here in Pensacola, and I wrote the riff like it was on my 21st birthday, right before we were about to go out to Flounders. I just wrote that riff on an acoustic. And so later that night we went to Flounders, got a diesel fuel, got drunk, hung out a little bit. It was my 21st birthday. So what else are you going to do?
I was super stoked that I didn't have to sneak you shots behind my drums anymore.
Yeah, that's what we had to do. Like, we did get kicked. I got kicked out of one place. I did get caught one time.
It was my fault.
Drinking underage. But anyways, yeah. So on my 21st birthday, we obviously didn't have to worry about it. But yeah, that's how. So from then on, we just wanted to call it diesel fuel because it reminded us of that night. It reminded us of the night that we couldn't remember.
Yeah. I remember you were jamming. We were getting ready to go out, and you were playing the dun, 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 and I was like, "That sounds cool." And this is summer 2015, so this is 5 years ago.
Yeah,
we're just releasing this song now. But
Lady J, you had 3 diesel fuels in one night. That's crazy. I would have not been able to do that.
That's got to be a new record. Wow.
Hero, watching from Japan. Appreciate that, man. I miss you guys. Tell Yoshi I said hey too. By the way, when this premiere comes out, you'll be stoked to see that there's a lot of katana shots in the video. He's in Japan at the Boss headquarters.
Oh, really? Sweet.
Yeah.
Right on.
So yeah, definitely love all my Boss katanas, and I've been using the shit out of those lately. So
yeah, they sound great.
But
I don't know how they work because I'm a drummer, but they sound amazing.
But they look good. They look like they do something, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of buttons and knobs and stuff. I
Yeah.
don't know. Man, what time is it over in Japan? Like, they're 24 hours ahead, right? Something like that. It's like the next day.
Hero, if you're still watching, let's see, what time is it right now there? You guys are on, let's see, it's a lot earlier, right? Or no, it's later. I think it's later over there.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Japan's on my bucket list of places to visit. I've never been to Japan, so.
Yeah, we were actually supposed to go there last year to do the download Japan when we were going to go do download Australia. We were going to try to do them both, but I don't know. Something must have happened with that. But yeah, eventually when the world is like somewhat normal again, we'll hope to do that. But
yeah, by the way, guys, I'm still waking up. I can't drink caffeine right now, so I'm drinking this caffeine-free soda just for the sugar. And I'm trying to like get perked up, so I'm not normally up at 10 a.m.
I don't think anyone's up right now. I don't know how many people are watching. Oh, we got Jody in the house from Indonesia. Wow, that's cool.
Sweet.
I've never been to Indonesia. We'll have to go there. Okay, Hero just got back to us. He said it's 12:30 a.m. time to go to bed.
Oh, right.
You got to catch the video first, though, man.
Yeah.
Nah, you'll
let diesel fuel lullaby you to sleep.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But
yeah, this is the first song we're releasing. Like Austin was saying earlier, we got 10 songs total, and each song has its own vibe. So we didn't want to drop an album with all 10 of them at once. We really wanted to, we came up with this monthly plan where we drop one song a month, and that way each song gets its own due attention. So each one's gonna have its own video, it's gonna have its own press release, it's gonna have its own like media stuff. Like we're gonna spend that 1 month on that one song, wait for it to run its course, and then move on to the next one. And we just thought that was a very I don't really know anybody that's doing that these days, like releasing music that way. And with everything that's been going on lately, with all the touring coming to a halt, we figured now is a good time to kind of buckle down and do this thing. Because I mean, like I said earlier, we've had all these amazing songs that we're really stoked about in the laptop for, you know, some of them are 2 or 3 years old, even longer. And we can't just let them sit on the laptop and never see the light of day. So
we have some other ones coming out that are brand new, straight from quarantine writing sessions and stuff like that. So I think the next one that we're going to release is a brand new one. But yeah, like James said, we have a lot of stuff, and we're kind of anxious to bombard you guys with new music. It's
funny because we've been listening to this stuff for years, so it's like old to us, but like if you've never heard it before, I think it's going to be pretty shocking. I don't think people have heard us play like this kind of stuff. Like, I know some of these songs are literally the craziest drumming I've ever recorded. We got one song that's 12 minutes long.
Yeah,
but it's very progressive. It just takes you through all these different moods and these different mood swings. And
yeah, I guess, and that's kind of what we were trying to do. You know, you guys might listen to some of this stuff and be like, this is like kind of nutsy and crazy at times, but that's kind of what we want to throw the kitchen sink out when we do our instrumental project, and we kind of like to push ourselves and just see how far we can go with it, you know. And it's fun for us to kind of listen back to stuff and laugh at like damn, we were playing some crazy stuff there. So like that's kind of we just like to have fun with it, make art, and not take it too seriously. So that's kind of like what our goal for the instrumental stuff is. We want it to take you on a journey and, you know, go through all these, like he said, all the songs have different vibes. I remember for Diesel Fuel, you know, if you saw the artwork with like, it had like a tiki bar vibe with like the skeleton drinking the drink or whatever. Whenever I finished writing that song, I just pictured like it had like a Latin kind of feel to it, almost like it reminded me of those like kind of tiki bars in LA, or like those like dimly lit Mexican restaurants where it's just like super vibey and there's candles everywhere and like weird like sugar skulls and just weird like abstract things. That vibe, it just kind of reminded me like of that. So shout out to Patrick in New York for killing that artwork for us too.
Yeah, you killed it. Yeah,
but yeah,
sick. So yeah, Diesel Fuel. What's some more stuff we can? We're kind of winging. This is our first time doing this ever. It's our first song we're releasing.
Yeah,
so.
If you guys have any, you know, like I said, I don't know how many people are hanging out. I know it's still kind of early for some people, but if you guys have any questions, Lady J, if you have any like questions about what we've been up to, or just how we've been, or what we've been doing, and or Grady or anybody that's hanging out. I don't know who else hanging out, but yeah, if you guys have any questions, just let us know. And other than that, we're just gonna kind of keep talking way too much.
Oh yeah. Another cool thing that I really like about this whole album, I know we're supposed to be focusing on Diesel Fuel for this particular video, but it was recorded in 4 different studios.
Yeah, for sure.
This particular one was a steakhouse in North Hollywood. We got some that were recorded in Huntsville, Alabama. We got a couple that were recorded in Destin, Florida. We got a couple that were recorded in like different parts of California. So yeah, each song has like a different sound for all you guys that are like, you know, into studio stuff, different drum sounds, different guitar sounds. Some of them were like actual amps. Some of them were like amp sims with like the axe effects. And
that's the thing. Yeah, we use different drum kits. We've used different guitar amps. So it keeps it interesting because, you know, they're not all the same setup or whatever. So yeah, like he said, some were done on my Marshall going into and using like cab sim, and then others were done straight into the computer. In the last like year, the amp sims have literally gotten so good. And I'm an old school guy. I love my Marshalls and stuff, but some of these amp sims have gotten so realistic that you can't even tell the difference. So yeah, we've done a lot of different stuff production wise, but the common thread is, having this guy on drums killing it, and having our producer Chris Collier. He played the bass on it as well. It was a funny story. I rented a bass before our first instrumental sessions with him, and I was gonna play I had to get a lefty bass from Sam Ash, and so I was gonna play bass on the record, and then I had come back the next day, and in the morning he was like, "Hey man, I put the bass on it," and I didn't even ask him to. He just went ahead and did it, and
yeah,
it was killer. And it was basically, not only was it killer, it was exactly what I would have done anyway. So it was just a testament to him being on the same page as what we were trying to do.
Yeah, it was a match made in heaven. Honestly, we couldn't ask for like a better producer to work with. He's a killer bass player. He's actually a drummer too.
Yeah. So after that, he's everything. He's a singer, guitar player, drummer, bass player. So it's awesome to have him. And again, the production, you'll hear it just sounds, it can compete with anything out there production wise for sure.
Yeah.
All right, we got a couple questions here. String gauge. I always use the Ernie Ball 10s. It's just I've been using them for years, and I keep it really simple. I don't switch them up, so it's kind of a medium gauge. Nothing too crazy there. When are we going to start playing Diesel Fuel live in the Pensacola area? Hopefully soon, when all this stuff is kind of calmed down a little bit. We want to do some stuff at Vinyl. We want to take this stuff on the road too. For anyone wondering if we're going to play it live, we are going to torture ourselves at some point and try to attempt to play all this stuff live.
Yeah, just the two of us, or maybe we'll get somebody to play rhythm guitar. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. But we're definitely gonna we definitely want to play this stuff live and keep getting it out there. But hopefully it won't be too long.
Yeah, it's hard to book shows right now with everything going on, but we can just always play in the Walmart parking lot or something. Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Yes, and New Year's Day we'll definitely have to go to Indonesia, whether they go or whether James and I go. My dad's actually a surfer. He's been wanting to go to Indonesia for a while because the waves are so good there.
I didn't know that. That's kind of random.
Yeah.
Is that like a hub for surfing?
Didn't
know that.
Yeah, it's just one of those places where the waves are just really good. I'm ready for some New Year's Day also. Yeah, we're all just kind of waiting in the wings to see what's going on with the world. I have noticed a little shift as far as, for whatever reason, you don't hear much about the COVID stuff anymore. It's out there still, but hopefully we can somewhat get back to normal.
Yeah. Sorry, we're not wearing masks right now. We're not 6 feet apart. It's all good.
Yeah.
We're risking it for you guys.
Yeah.
That's how much we love y'all. I'm just kidding.
Man, what else we got? Let's see.
Oh, I remember driving to the studio to record Diesel Fuel was during that time all those wildfires were happening.
Yeah.
November.
Yeah.
Whenever it happened. I forget exactly the date, but yeah, I remember driving on the 101 from LA to Santa Clarita, which is where we were recording. And I just remember seeing like in the sky, just all the smoke, and it was just insane, just over the mountains and everything.
Yeah.
I remember thinking, wow, that was just insane. And I can't believe that.
Yeah.
You could walk outside. It just smelled like a campfire.
And now it's on fire again right now. But, no, we had some great times though in California. Those were good memories, like driving down there and getting to record at some of those awesome places. One of the studios was called ES Audio too, that we did one of the songs. And it was a lot of fun times. We'd go record, then we'd go to one of my favorite Irish bars afterwards. It was called Jameson's in Hollywood.
Oh, yeah.
Just get some drinks and hang out. So I miss all that stuff. We're gonna have to get out to. So Chris, our producer, he's actually out in Vegas now. And we're working on another record after this that might have some vocals on it.
Oh.
So
Might have your boy singing on it a little bit.
Yeah.
Never know.
We're both kind of experimenting with some stuff vocals wise. So we've been writing a lot of new music. So yeah, we might have to get out to Vegas and relive some of those West Coast memories at some point soon.
Yep. Go to the Viper Room again and jam some Dio.
Yeah. Yep. Good times there.
Jam nights at the Viper Room.
So let's talk about the actual video a little bit. We didn't get to talk about that too much. So we got about 10 minutes left here.
I'm stoked.
So this video, we actually, we did it ourselves. My dad, he's actually a audio visual guy, and he's had a lot of experience with videoing, stuff like that. So obviously with the COVID stuff, it's kind of hard to go do actual shoots right now. So luckily we had him kind of in-house already ready to go. And we set up kind of the production and just did it ourselves. And luckily I had the help of my girlfriend and my mom. They helped us do like the set design, and we went and got some props and stuff from like Hobby Lobby and stuff like that. But
it did help that your dad is like a Full Sail graduate. He works for ESPN. He does all their like PA stuff, and he does a lot of filming for UWF, which is the University of West Florida over here. And yeah, you know, he's a genius. He's a mad scientist when it comes to like video stuff, audio stuff, and
yeah, and
that helped a lot.
And yeah,
I did not know.
Huge shout out to Matt Wonderly as well. He edited the video and just did a killer job, and kind of made everything come to life. And yeah, so definitely thank you to him. Thank you to Johnny Cut, who's been making all of our like graphics and little teaser videos and promo things and stuff like that too. So those guys have all been a huge help. So we have a good little team of people, you know, helping us out, and definitely couldn't do it without everyone. So
shout out to Intercept Music too.
Yeah,
our record label.
Yeah, so we're releasing all these songs on Intercept Music, which is like they're kind of like a division of Universal, with In Grooves and all that stuff. So yeah, so that's going to be exciting to kind of get them to actually help us out a little bit and take the workload off of us a little bit.
Also, shout out to Ray Luzier from Korn for letting me use his China symbol on diesel fuel.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Which do I prefer, Gibson or Schecter? Well, you know, definitely Schecter, you know. No, but they both have their things about them. But you know, I like Schecter for the New Year's Day stuff. You know, it's perfect for that. It's obviously the 7-string sound, and they're very shreddy kind of guitars, low action, flat neck. You can get around it, and they're lighter. They're a lot lighter too. But you know, Gibsons are just close to my heart because I've always played them since I've been playing guitar pretty much, and that's just my sound. I've always been a Les Paul Marshall kind of guy. So all these songs were recorded on my Les Pauls. I think two different Les Pauls. So yeah, that's kind of a toss up, but you know,
it's so versatile because some of these songs are like the kind of songs where you can like cruise down the beach and just, you know, just vibe and drink a margarita. And then some of these are like kick you in the face, just metal songs. And that was all done on a Gibson. So it just shows you how versatile Gibson is.
Exactly. Yep. You can get any sound you want from, you know, you can get super heavy, or like he said, you can roll off the volume and they clean up well. And yeah, so it doesn't just do one thing for sure.
Yeah. And we used 100% real drums for everything, which, you know.
That's another big thing. Yeah. So a lot of the, you know, especially a lot of the guys doing what we're doing, like the instrumental stuff, and there's nothing against it because, again, the samples and the sounds have gotten so good. And I do understand budgets and not being able to get the studio. Drums are the hardest thing to record out of all the instruments, because you have to set up a whole drum kit. They're loud, so you can't just, you know, with my guitars, I can just be on my headphones. I can do it at 2 a.m. and record. But with drums, you have to, you know, you have to have a studio, you have to have a place. So, but that was just, there's something about the way that he plays, the finesse, just to get an idea of what we're going for. But then he kind of takes it to that next level and kind of embellishes it. And there's just nothing like the feel of live drum. All the cymbal things and just all that stuff. It would just be very hard to program in all that stuff. So I do think that makes a huge difference, and just the sound of a natural kit.
And that contributes to the sound too, because a lot of these, like my drum fills that I wrote, even for this song, it was written on the spot as I was recording. We didn't like sit there on a laptop and with a little keyboard.
That's another thing. Yeah, he improvises a lot of stuff in the studio, and it always comes out great too. We'll do a few different takes, and then we'll decide like, oh, that was the one, and then we'll always agree that with the same one is the one.
I'll play a great take, and I'm sweating my ass off and about to die after playing for 4 hours, and then Chris is like, "Cool, man, let's run it again." I'm like, "Oh my god, dude!"
Yeah. But yeah, all these different things that we've been talking about have contributed to the sound, that we're getting.
Yeah.
Diesel Fuel, Chaos Reaper in the house. Diesel Fuel new energy drink. I kind of like that. That's a good idea.
There actually is a flavor of diesel fuel here at Flounders that has Red Bull in it. I think it's called Turbo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's
that is a good idea though. You might have to
nice
steal that.
Be awesome.
We'll give you some cred on that.
For sure. But yeah, we both like I was saying earlier at the beginning of the stream, we're both very particular about like how we wanted things to sound. We wanted real drums, real guitar, everything to be as real as possible. We didn't want a bunch of we could have taken a shortcut and just sat there and programmed drums and been done with it, but we took the time and spent the money and the time and the blood, sweat, and tears to really put as much as possible into these songs, and I think it came out better because of it.
Yep, absolutely.
I know when I go back and listen to Diesel Fuel now, I'm just thinking about just being super stressed out and trying to get every beat exactly the way I wanted it, and
that song is
going through 2 snare heads. And
that song is strange because it kind of goes through different vibes. It's got more slow, like droning, like powerful heaviness to it, and then it kind of all of a sudden picks up and gets real thrashy and kind of like fast, so it's kind of got the two different things.
Yeah, we're both big fans of old school Metallica, so you'll definitely hear that in this song, especially in the when the verse starts up.
Yeah, for sure. Who sang for my last single? So that song, Everything Is Okay, was kind of like a one-off little quarantine song that I did with some other friends years ago. It's separate from this project. This is James and I. We have our instrumental project. But there was a guy named Austin Tucker, and he actually sang for that. And yes, he does sound a lot like Geddy Lee for sure. But yeah, it was just something that we wanted to get out there. It was fitting for the times. But yeah, that's kind of just a one-off separate from everything. But we're about 2 minutes away from the madness.
I'm stoked. I'm so ready for you guys to see this. Me and Austin have been so excited about this song. We're very passionate about it. It's very near and dear to our hearts, and we hope you guys enjoy it. And it's some of the most exciting stuff I've ever recorded and Austin's ever recorded, and we just can't wait for the world to hear it. And yeah, we're stoked. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be fun.
Absolutely.
This is the first of many. We're going to be doing this, like I said, every month with a different song. Each song's going to be completely different. So don't think every song's going to sound just like this one, because we'll throw you a curveball next month, and then you'll be like, what the hell are these guys doing? Are they smoking crack? What's going on?
Definitely take his advice on that, because anyone that might have heard even Everything Is Okay was, might be thinking, oh, this is kind of what Austin solo stuff sounds like. But then this song is going to make you think otherwise for sure. So we definitely, we go from one thing to the other for sure. We like a lot of different stuff.
So yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with us today. We had fun chatting with you guys. We got about 30 seconds left. So without further ado, we're gonna switch it over, and we're gonna watch the video with you guys.
Yeah.
And,
so I don't think you can just watch it straight from this live stream. So make sure you click over to the video. That's where it's going to be premiering. It should come up under your recommended videos. Austin Ingerman, Diesel Fuel. If not, you can just type in the channel or whatever, and you should see it right there. So we're gonna hop over to that. And comment, show us some love, let us know what you think. And we're about, here we go. It's going right now.
Boom.